Before I even start this video, I want to tell you guys that I am so sorry for the focusing on this. I'm going to do better. This is just the first video that I filmed in a pretty long time and wanted to get something up for you guys. Okay, bye. Of course, the first time I go to film in 3 months, and my neighbors start having a concert outside. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, I know I've been gone for a really long time, but that is not going to be talked about today, only because I have been extremely busy and we're redoing our kitchen where I usually film in the dining room, so it's a whole big thing. On my to-do list today was to go through my foundations and my concealers. So I figured what was the best way to do that rather than filming it with you guys. So we're going to talk about my favorite formulas, we're going to declutter them, we're going to swatch them. I got some handy dandy wipes here. So if you would like to see me declutter my foundations and concealers, just keep watching. So we're going to start off with this bad boy. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So you can see I have a full size and I have a mini. I had the mini that I got in a Sephora order or something, and I loved it so much that I bought the full size. This I've used every day for almost 3 weeks and it's still going, but I did get this from the friends and family sale. I have it in the shade 6 Warm. When blended out on my face and everything is perfect. I am filming this in natural sunlight. This shade is just absolutely perfect for me right now. I am filming this in natural sunlight, so my hand's gonna look a little bit darker, but I do love this shade. This foundation is absolutely beautiful. It does not emphasize texture, it does not emphasize my pores, it does not make me look dry. It's just an all-around beautiful foundation, which is why I bought the full size of it. Alright, next up we have a foundation that I am going to declutter from my collection. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. This is in the shade Y345. It is a yellow undertone. But for some reason, I could just not get this foundation to blend on my skin very well. It is a little bit of a thicker formula. It does look a little bit dry if you use too much powder. And for some reason, whenever I wear this, it almost dries to like a beige finish on me, which is not exactly the best. So I will be decluttering this one from my collection. One that I will definitely be keeping is this L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I have mine in the shade 445 Vanilla. So I bought this when it first came out. It does have SPF in it, which usually I do not like in my foundations. Usually SPF breaks me out, which is the case for another foundation that is here. But I find that this wears beautifully and I love it. It is swatched on my hand. You can tell it is a little lighter than the other foundations. However, I really do like this. This is really good mixed with stuff. Probably be getting another shade of this at some point, but this shade works well for me now, and it is a thinner formula, so I find myself using a little bit more of it. This bottle is like 75% of the way gone, so I will be keeping that. In the same line of L'Oreal, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This will always be in my foundation collection. This is a great mixer foundation. I often mix this with my NARS foundation. This is in the shade 105 Natural Beige. I don't even know if you can see that because it just blends into my hand so well, but I do love this foundation. This is a drugstore foundation. This does not have any SPF in it or anything of that nature, so I will definitely be keeping that. A foundation that I definitely did not like, this is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. It is a full coverage protective sunscreen foundation. This does have SPF 50 in it. Mine was in the shade 228 Soft Tan. And the shade was pretty good. I just found that this foundation just did not sit right on my skin. I don't know, it really bunched up in certain areas, so I just did not like that, so that will be decluttered. One of my tried and true favorites is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Medium 3 Stromboli. I have had it before, and I've gone through a whole bottle actually of medium 2. It's definitely medium 2, but I don't remember what shade it is. This one's just a little bit more yellow toned, and I find that it just matches me a little bit better. You can see it's not even like showing up on my hand, but I love this foundation. This acts as a great mixer foundation if you ever want to mix it with anything. The lasting power on this is incredible, and I absolutely love this foundation, so it will definitely be keeping that. One of my other foundations that I absolutely have been loving this summer is the Beauty Blender foundation. This is in the shade 340, and this is a warm shade. So the way they do their foundations is they do them according to tone. So this actually locks the pump, which is cool. And this is a beautiful shade. It works really well for me. It also mixes really well with the L'Oreal foundation. It mixes really well with a lot of the other foundations that I have. So this is definitely staying. For anyone who's been watching my channel for a long time, this is actually definitely going to come as a surprise, but I'm going to declutter my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and this shade just does not work for me anymore. It used to, like, all the time, and it used to be such a great color for me, but just anymore, it just looks way too beige on my skin, and it just doesn't blend the way that it used to. It doesn't last the way it used to. I don't know if I just needed a new bottle or what, but this will be decluttered from my collection. As you can see, I'm keeping 5 foundations. Those 2 are the same, and I am decluttering 3. All right, now that we are done with foundations, let's move on to concealers, because I definitely have a bunch of concealers in here that I can get rid of. And I'm not looking to number them down to a certain number or anything. I just know that some of these are really old. Some of them got to be moved to my empties and things of that nature. So I'm going to start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer. This is in the shade 5 Medium. As you can see, I have used a very good amount of this concealer. It is a sponge. This is one of the things I hate about it. It is a sponge applicator. But I've just found that in the last couple times I've worn this, this just does not perform the way that it used to, so I will be decluttering this and moving this to my empties. Next one I have is my Tarte Shape Tape. I have gone through a really big journey with Shape Tape to figure out what shade I am, but I am 27S, which is light medium sand. This is a swatch of it right here. This particular tube of it is extremely old, so I will be moving it to my empties. What is cool about this is they now make mini size of it, so I did buy a mini size from Ulta for $10, where the big one's $27. I don't know, I just haven't been going through makeup as much as I used to, so I decided to buy the mini of it, so this will be getting moved to my empties. This is this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I just don't like this. So this is definitely getting decluttered. This is in the shade Light Beige, which is right there. I just think it makes my under eyes look really dry. I just was not a fan of it, so that is definitely getting decluttered. All right, next I have these 3 babies. These are all the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. So I'm decluttering these not because I don't like them, but because they are all expired. These are all a year old now. I have 3 shades. I have Creme Cafe, Macadamia, and Creme Brulee. I find that I mix all 3 of them usually to get my perfect shade. So you can see we have Creme Cafe, Macadamia, and then Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee has definitely been the one that I've been using in the summer the most. So I am decluttering these not because I don't like them. I do really enjoy them. It is a very well priced concealer. I am just decluttering them for the sake of they're old. Wow, I'm getting rid of a lot of concealer. This is something I have not used in a very long time, but I need to. This is my Smashbox color corrector in the shade Dark. It is an orange color corrector, as you can see. I'm gonna keep it for now just because I do use it sometimes. I go back and forth about it, but I am gonna keep it for now. All right, let's see here. All right, these 2 I'm definitely keeping. So these are both sample sizes of the NARS Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer. I always find myself going back to this concealer no matter what. So I have 2 shades. I have medium 1 Custard and light 2.8, which is Maroon Glass, I think it is called. So there's not much difference between the actual colors, but I do love these concealers. I love that they come in the travel sizes. There's not much difference in the 2 colors, but this is just the best formula for me in the sense that it lasts really long. It doesn't dry my under eyes out. So I feel pretty confident in just keeping these 2 for right now. We'll buy the full size again, but it was just at the time buying the little minis was pretty convenient for me. So this is one I'm definitely going to get rid of too. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This was made to go with the Fresh Wear foundation. However, I don't know. It is very full coverage. I will say that. Maybe I didn't get the right shade. That's it right there. I got it in the shade 355 Vanilla to match my foundation. Just makes my under eyes look dry, man. I'm getting old there, guys, so that's getting decluttered. And last but not least, this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. This is in the shade 30. I need to get the shade 30.5 because this isn't quite as yellow as I would like, but I do really like mixing this concealer with Shape Tape. just to even it out a little bit more, to highlight the center of my face. So I will be keeping that one. So I am literally only keeping 3 concealers, which I'm very proud of myself, but I did order that mini Shape Tape, which is on its way. So then, as you can see, I am decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 concealers. 5 of them because they are old and expired or used up, and the other 2 just because I do not like them. Alrighty everyone, so this has been my foundation and concealer declutter. I won't have any other declutters coming on up just because I have my collection pretty well stocked right now with things that I like, with things that I don't like. So if you have any video requests for me, I'm going to try to start getting back into filming. But please have a great day. Remember, you was kind, you was smart, you was important.